Hey everybody, it's Zach again at newtutorial.com. Wanted to come in, I want to make another video. We're going to start doing this on a regular basis. A world SITREP update. That's a situation report update. So what is the situation report of the world right now? Man, it is just getting, it's crazy. And so we're at the July 4th. Tonight's July 4th. And there's everybody out there shooting their fireworks off and celebrating this country that has basically just gone down the tubes. And most of these people don't know. They don't care. They just want to know what's on TV next and where can they spend their money next is basically all they care about. So I'm looking at the world. Listen, we are 40 weeks today from last year's Feast of Trumpets. Let me go to my notes here. I made some notes on this. Last year's Feast of Trumpets, we had the position of Venus in the belly of Virgo. Now, first of all, some of you Christians out there are going, whoa, you're into astrology, you're into all this stuff, and I can't believe you're into that kind of stuff. No. It's astronomy, folks. It's not astrology. Here's the deal. You read your Bible. Most of you don't. But if you read your Bible, you will see that when God created the stars, He created them for signs. It says that. That's the first thing it says when He says, I created the stars. I've created the stars here. What did He create them for? The first reason He says is for signs. And seasons. That seasons, Hebrew word is moedim. It means appointed times. That's your feast days. And so last year's appointed time of the Feast of Trumpets, there was a sign in the heavens, and that sign was Venus, also called the bright morning star, which was also what our Messiah called himself. A bright morning star was in the belly of Virgo, the constellation Virgo. And for any of you Christians who don't read your Bible, which is most of you, you probably don't know that your Bible talks of constellations like Pleiades and Orion and others. And so you don't know that. You've never read that because you don't read your Bible. You don't study your Bible. So I'm not into astrology. Astrology is wicked. Satan takes everything that's good from God and then turns it into wickedness and mutilates it and just makes it bad. And so I'm not into astrology. I'm into astronomy. And our Father in heaven, in His awesome goodness, has created signs for us to pay attention to. But because we turn on our TV and our electronic devices and all kinds of things that don't matter in this world, we miss those signs. And so I'm telling you right now, 40 weeks ago, we were at that point. Okay? How long? Now Venus is in the womb. How long does a pregnancy last? 40 weeks. My wife is pregnant right now. We're expecting our second child in September. And right now is 40 weeks from the time of that occurrence in last year's Feast of Trumpets. And so I think we can expect, starting July 4th, today, we're going to start seeing some birth pangs around the earth. And in my opinion, it's a lot of people's opinion, we've already started seeing birth pangs. We've seen animal die-offs. We've seen wars like crazy. We've seen famines. Right now in the United States, we have forest fires all over the West. We're going through a major drought in the Midwest. Right now, we're now on like 8 days of 100-degree temperatures in a row where I live, and right in the Midwest. And people are out there shooting fireworks, and I saw fire trucks going down the road. People are setting their lawns on fire and everything. It's crazy. This place is just dead bone dry where I live right now. And so in the East, we have over a million people without power right now. 1 million people in the East, in the Northeast, and on the East Coast who just do not have any power whatsoever. And it's just like, man, our country is going through some hard times, and not to mention the economic times that our country is going through, with so many people out of work, so many people who don't have jobs and just don't know what to do, have no hope. So many people on food stamps and government assistance right now. It's going through the roof, the amount of people who are on food stamps. So there are plenty of people right now who are saying these are birth pangs. We're seeing earthquakes. Over the last 2 weeks, it was stated that the Canary Islands have experienced over 8,000 tremors. Just in the Canary Islands alone. There's been so many earthquakes around the world in the last 2 weeks. We're seeing volcanoes become active. There's a volcano in Colombia that just spouted up and is starting to become alive again, that has been dormant for I don't know how long. There's all these things that are happening, and people are like going, why? What is this? And the preterist of the world, I love the preterist. If you don't know what a preterist is, look it up. They're just going, scratching their heads, maybe we're wrong about this stuff. Yeah, maybe you are. But listen, folks, there is a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. So where are we at now? I think starting July 4th, we're going to start seeing some major, huge stuff going on in this country. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong. And if I'm wrong, feel free to tell me. I'm sure you will in the comments section. But I think we're going to see some crazy stuff in the next few weeks. I think we're going to start seeing some major birth pangs as we've now ended that 40-week time period of the times of the seasons that we've seen last Feast of Trumpets. And so we're going to continue on. We're going to see what's going on. We know we're experiencing crazy stuff right now. We have war in Syria that's just going crazy. There's videos popping up all the time. The media, the U.S. media is kind of numb to it. It's been going on for a while. They're not even ignoring it anymore. But we're only getting our news out of Syria from alternative news sources. And there's just people dying over there left and right, and the UN is basically throwing up their hands and just kind of giving up. They don't know what they're going to do. Everybody wants Assad out except for Russia and Iran. And Assad, I don't think he's going anywhere. He ain't going anywhere without a fight. And so the U.S. is over there trying to plan, what's it going to be like when Assad steps down? We're going to plan an interim government. We're going to get all this stuff arranged. Now we just got to get Assad to come on down. Come on down. Let's go. Come on. And he's like, no. In fact, he's killing his people left and right in just record numbers because he's like, I'm not going anywhere. And so I'm keeping my eye very much on Assad. And some of you know that there are people in the Hebraic Roots movement who are kind of leaning to Assad as being one of the Antichrist figures or the Antichrist figure in the end times. And I think there's some scriptural validity to that. I've also seen some scriptural validity to someone like Prince Charles being that person as well. I don't know. I'm not saying one either way, but I've seen scriptural backing to say either one of those two guys could be a good candidate, and so we're just going to take a look and we're going to watch and see. We're supposed to be sober, we're supposed to be awake, and we're supposed to be watchful. If we're not those things, we need to get to a point where we are. Some of you people are just so entrenched on your TVs and your mobile devices and things like that you just can't. You don't want to pay attention because it just makes you sad or it makes you depressed. It's not about that. You know where you're going. You know what the end of the story is going to be like. So you should be rejoicing when you see these things and want to pay attention. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Listen, there's another story I saw this week that it just blew me away. I just want to show you, the kind of mentality people. I mean, listen. The suicide rate right now in this country is just gone nuts because people are out of work. They can't handle not having all of the things in life that they are used to having, and those things are being taken away because they're losing their jobs and their credit cards are maxed out and there's no money left. There's no borrowed money left. Even the money that they've borrowed is running out. Not that they were making enough money in the first place. And so today we see, it was 2 days ago, Deltona man, this is Deltona, Florida, near Daytona, holds up air conditioner repairman at gunpoint. This guy Stan Nguyen, he called his air conditioner guy was called out and said, "Hey, listen, fix my air conditioner." The air conditioner guy said, "Listen, he doesn't really give the details on this, but he said, hey, listen, I need to go find more new parts, or the repair is ruined, or the air conditioning thing is ruined." And so basically he was going to leave, and this guy held him at gunpoint and said if he was going to shoot him if he didn't leave. Listen, this is an air conditioner. I mean, are we that gone crazy that we cannot live without an air conditioner? Listen, I lived through Florida. I went through Hurricane Charlie when I was in college, and went 5 days without any air conditioning during the hottest part of the year with the most humidity, and it sucked. I'm telling you right now, it was horrible. It was one of the worst experiences of my life, just being that hot. And I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, I know it hurts. But I mean, have we gone down the point where we're going to hold a air conditioner repairman at gunpoint until he fixes the air conditioner and not let him leave? Guys, America has gone crazy. Now you take away, and there's 1 million people right now without power in the East. And if you did that on an even larger scale, we have no moral backing anymore in this country. We don't. It's just gone. And I mean, take that, push it to its logical conclusion, and I guarantee you, you're going to have complete civil unrest, complete civil breakdown. People are just not going to know what to do with themselves when they can't get their Starbucks, their air conditioning, and their American Idol TV program, and their good cold, Bud Lights, out of the gas station anymore. They're just gonna flip, and they're gonna go crazy. And not only that, to mention that so many people today in America are on medications and drugs. We're looking at a recipe for disaster. Anyway, I just thought that was a great article. It's just an article that points out where we're at today in America. I don't know what to expect. I'm going to keep my eyes open. We're going to see what's going to happen in the next following weeks. But I'm expecting some major things in this country and around the world because the signs to me point that our Messiah's return is close. That's it. Go home, read your Bible. Thanks.